finally time to hit the road again. After a night stopover in Roma, we're heading north. Good afternoon from the Carnarvon Gorge National Park. So the Carnarvon Gorge National Park is about a 9-hour drive from Brisbane. It's located out to the northwest. So there's a few different accommodation options out at Carnarvon Gorge. We've chosen to stay in the Sandstone Park, which is some privately owned land, which is set up for basically self-contained camping vehicles. The place offers some basic toilet facilities, but no power and no showers. I think we are paying about $35 a night, which I reckon is pretty reasonable to stay out here. Probably the best thing about this place is it offers 360-degree views for around the area, which would be pretty epic on sunrise and sunset. Carnarvon's always one of those places that we've looked at, but we weren't really sure what it would be like to travel out here with kids, especially seeing though a lot of the things to do are long walks. If it's something you've ever wondered and wanted to check out, I guess we'll be the test dummies for you. So another reason we chose to come out at the moment was my parents were actually coming out, so we thought it'd be a good opportunity to check it out for the first time and have the kids spend some time away with the grandparents. Alright, that's the camp setup done. So we have the Oz tent over here.
Who's ready?
Your kids sleeping in here tonight?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I'm not.
Yep.
Sleeping with you.
That's right. So Em is going to be sleeping with me here in the rooftop tent. We're basically running exactly the same setup as we ran at Moreton Island a couple of weeks ago. Whew. Good morning from Sandstone Park in the Carnarvon Gorge National Park, guys. Had a pretty good sleep last night. How about you, Em?
Good. Didn't want to hear your snoring.
Gotta love kids. Yeah, we had a pretty quiet afternoon yesterday afternoon. We were stuffed from the drive in the past few days, so we just hung out around camp and didn't get the camera out too much. My parents actually come around and visit. They're staying in one of the trendy places down the road glamping, so it's really rad to have them around at the same time so the kids can kind of have a bit of a camping trip with the grandparents. Anyway, Emmy and I are just going for a little walk around here this morning just to check the place out while everyone's asleep back at camp, and yeah, just have a little bit of a look around. It's pretty amazing scenery out here. How's that? What are we doing today?
Going on a big walk.
That's right, we're gonna go on a really big walk today. Probably about 9 o'clock, we're gonna head down to the main part of the park and meet my parents and head off on a walk. I think now we're gonna head back to the campsite. Hopefully Ash and Noah are awake and have some brekkie. What's going on, children in the dirt?
We try to get a tent.
Pancakes for brekkie. pretty bloody cracking drive into here. It's amazing how much the trees and everything change as you kind of come down into this area. How is this rig over here? Would bloody love to get my hands on one of them. Might have to be a future upgrade, hey? So I just started doing the walk into the gorges. Absolutely no plans on where we're heading to at the moment. Just gonna kind of take it as it comes, see how far the kids can walk today. Hot tip, you can actually get mobile Wi-Fi in the visitor center, which is pretty handy for us because we have absolutely no reception out here. Can definitely feel the temperature dropping as we get down in this gorge a bit. It's bloody nice. Probably one of the biggest downers throughout here is you're not actually allowed to bring a drone or fly a drone out here, which is a bit of a letdown because it would look pretty bloody amazing, I reckon. Just heading into the amphitheatre now. Apparently that was 3.7 k's from the visitor centre. Definitely felt a lot further than that walking with the kids, but we might have to tap out for the day after this one, I reckon. We probably didn't bring enough food and water to keep heading. Bloody hell, this is insane. That's the amphitheatre done. Definitely highly recommend walking into that one. It was pretty amazing. Bit of detour on the way back to the car. We're gonna walk up to the Moss Garden, which is apparently 650 meters. So pretty interested to check this one out. Just got back to the troopy. That was a bit of a mission today. Looking at Apple Health, that was about a 13.5k walk, almost 20,000 steps. So definitely a solid effort for the kids. Both of them did amazing. Ended up having to do a fair bit of carrying on the way back, so definitely made it a little bit tougher. Probably the biggest recommendation I learned from that one is to take a lot of food and water and prep and do one really long walk, because basically you have to repeat the same areas to go back again. Definitely make life a little bit easier to probably just do it one big time.
How'd you sleep?
Good.
Did ya?
Yeah.
What about the wind?
Cold.
It was cold.
Yeah, I had to keep my arms in all night.
Good morning. Day number 3, Carnarvon Gorge. Last night was wild. Definitely didn't get too much sleep. The wind picked up during the late afternoon and then into the night, and it was absolutely insane. I reckon it was blowing over 60 k's an hour. Hold the troopy and the tent and everything was just shaking. I had to climb out during the middle of the night and put down the awning off the front of the rooftop tent. I was just worried it was going to blow away. Emmy was just freaking out, really scared. Ash was telling me in the Oz tent, her and Noah had just dust blowing through all the seams. So I was basically sleeping in a dust bowl the whole night. They even contemplated like heading into the troopy and sleeping because it was just that bad. Definitely never seen anything like that, and hopefully it doesn't happen again tonight because, yeah, I think couldn't do 2 nights of sleeping like that. Anyway, so I think the plans are today we're going to have some brekkie and then we're going to head down towards the main part of the gorge. But just before we get to the main part, there's a couple of other shorter walks. So I think we're going to check them out today and have a little bit of a chilled out day. We're just down from the visitor centre now and we're going to walk down the Mickey Creek track, and I think it also takes you to a place called Carnarvon Gorge, if I'm pronouncing that one right. I think it's a couple of K walk in, and Noe is starting to protest about walking. I think he's psychologically scarred after yesterday. As you can see, we're one group member absent. Poppy does not have the patience to wait around for the kids, so you can usually find him about 50 to 100 metres ahead. Choose your destiny, left or right. We don't even know which way the old fella went, so this is going to be a bit of a guess.
Papa.
So we're going to head up to Mickey's Creek first and check that one out. Here he is. So this is Mickey Creek. It's a pretty easy walk up. The kids managed to do this one on their own. What do you reckon, Em?
Beaky. Beaky says squawk, squawk.
I don't even know what that means. It's definitely worth a bash further up here. It's bloody incredible.
Love you.
We've just left the kids and Nanny and Poppy, and we're going further into the gorge. I think we made it about as far as you can make it up this gorge. It's pretty insane. Oh, it gets so narrow down towards the end there, and there's some way bigger pools of water you'd need to get across to get up any further. Definitely worthwhile checking this one out. So we just got back to camp before and we managed to snag a campsite upgrade. A few people have left, so we thought we'd take the opportunity and move campsite. So we got a bit of a better view now. So we're hoping tonight that the wind isn't going to be so strong, and figuring it's a good opportunity to get out of fire for the night. So I'm going to use the Dache fire pit. This place actually has a few fire pits in here, but we're hoping to cook some food on this later on. So we're going to give this bad boy a go. Hey,
What are those?
it's a fire pit.
Stuff? Or your real fire pit?
Got the fire going just with some heat beads and some little bits of wood. Hoping to cook some steak on there later on, so hopefully it kind of settles down and heats up a little bit, and then we can give a crack at that. Alright, we got some cracking afternoon light, so I might chuck the drone up for the first time this afternoon and have a little look around.
Sticky. Is it sticky?
How's the s'mores, buddy?
Good.
I think it's going to take...
Absolutely cracking sunrise this morning from our new camp spot. Definitely worthwhile moving over here yesterday afternoon. We had an amazing night with the parents who are up here, so cooked some steaks on the fire, and then later on we had some s'mores, which the kids were definitely stoked about. So today we basically got to work out whether or not we're going to do another big hike into the gorge area again. Mum's offered to look after the kids so we can walk in a little bit further. We're just not sure we're up to it at the moment, so gonna have some brekkie, a few coffees, and then work out what's happening. We have some birds trying to steal our breakfast, don't we, Em?
Yeah. And we're trying to...
But we have Noah on guard. So one of the more recent mods I've done in the last month on the Troopy is a hardcore 170 watt solar panel. See, at the moment it's pulling in over 8 amps. So it's been a really good test out here, testing out how that actual panel works, because we've only been driving about between 10 and 15 minutes tops a day, and between the solar panel and that drive-in, it's enabled the battery to stay topped up to 100% every single day. That's with us using the coffee machine. I'm charging drone batteries, camera batteries, and also running the 85 litre Bushman fridge. So I'm really happy with how that's going. Finally setting off this morning. We're about to go drop the kids off at my parents' place, where we're gonna head off on another walk. I think the plans are to go to the art gallery, which is around an 11k walk. We'll see how we're going when we get to that one and kind of make the call whether we want to go further or not. See ya!
Love you! Good time!
Just This walk's feeling so much easier and quicker today without the kids. Feeling pretty confident we can smash it on a bit further, hopefully. So nice walking across all these creek crossings in here. It's definitely probably the highlight of the walk. We're hoping to actually push past the art gallery and head up to Cathedral Cave, which is one of the furthest ones, and I feel like we're tracking at a pretty good pace. We should be able to get up there pretty quickly, hopefully anyway. So we just left the old man. He has headed off to the art gallery, and we're going to keep trekking on to Cathedral Cave, which is one of the furthest walks you can do on here. It says it's about 4 k's to go, so hopefully we can smash that out pretty quick. Just gone off track. Apparently there's some pretty amazing reflective water pools over under this cliff, so be rad to check this one out. Bloody, that's insane watching the reflections on the cliff from the water. I hope that actually shows up in the camera footage. So those reflective pools are just before you turn off to go up to Cathedral Caves. It's definitely the nicest looking place I've seen so far out at Carnarvon Gorge. It's dead set incredible. I don't think any photos or footage will do that one any justice. This is bloody wild. How amazing was Cathedral Cave? Apparently, according to those signs, people have been going there for a couple of thousand years, which means those paintings could be just as old as that. They look so fresh still. It's bloody incredible. So that was the Big Ben campground. It's definitely looks like a cracking spot to camp for the night. Would highly recommend that one. So that walk into here was about 10 k's. To be honest, it felt pretty easy. I honestly reckon probably the parts with the most incline were right back near the start. The rest of it's pretty leveled. Woohoo! On to the final 1k of the walk.
Done.
Good job. So we're at about 20 k's now, so I think the walk will end up being about 21 k's all up. Honestly, I think a lot of people turn around at the amphitheatre or the art centre just because they think it's going to be too much harder to walk on. But I honestly reckon the hardest part of this walk is this beginning part now. It's where hey, go.
The first 2.5 k's are the hardest.
For sure, it's where there's a lot more incline. Yeah, if you can drag yourself past those spots, it's definitely worth the extra walk up ahead, because honestly, I reckon it shits all over those spots. Anyway, we're gonna finish off this walk, head back and grab the kids, who should hopefully be excited to see us, or maybe their grandparents will be more excited. So this is going to be our final night in Carnarvon Gorge, and a pretty epic way to wrap it up, I reckon. Hopefully everyone enjoyed this one and it helped some people out with heading this way with some young kids. We're about to head north tomorrow and check out another spot. Check back next week and we'll see you then, guys.
See you in the next one. See you next one.